Hi there, thank you for purchasing my project template, and here's a quick tutorial for how to use it. First of all, you will need to download the font used in the project. You will find the link for downloading here in this folder. Here is the link, or you can get the link also in the item details here by clicking here. Here is a font used in the project, Rubik. Now after downloading, install it, extract here, select them all and install. I will not install it as I have already installed it before. Now we can start working with our project. Once you open the project, here in the project panel you will find the project items organized in folders, and here is an empty composition. Here is where you're gonna start dropping your scenes to build up your video. So now let's say that I want to work with the vertical bars scene, so I will open it. This composition is your scene. You're gonna click, drag and drop it here in the composition. Now I want to edit my scene, so I will go to this composition, the one named controllers, and I will double click it now, and I select this layer and go to this panel, effect controls, and click that lock icon. If this panel is not showing, you go to window and make sure that the effect controls here is checked. Okay, now let's go back to our main composition. We can preview our scene by scrubbing the current time indicator. Let's get it to the start, and by pressing the space bar in your keyboard you can preview your scene, and as it shows, it takes about 2 seconds to appear and staying for 1 second, then it takes 1 second to disappear. But these durations you can control it from the duration control here. Okay, you can reduce or increase the time it takes to appear. So if you reduce the time, it will appear faster. Or if you increase the time, it will take more time, it will appear slower. And the stay time, you can increase the time the scene will stay. Let's say about 5 seconds, and let's preview. So this time it stayed for 5 seconds. Okay, also you can drag this bar, it is called the duration bar, to control where do you want your scene start appearing in time. Okay, now by these controllers you can control the shape of the grid and the position. You can control the position here. Also you can control the height, you can reduce the height or you can increase it, and the width of the grid, you can reduce it or increase it, and the thickness of the lines, and of course the color. Now here you can control the bars itself. You can control the width, you can make it thicker or thinner. Okay, also you can control the roundness, make it less roundness or more roundness, and of course the values of the bars. You can give each bar its value. And the color of each bar. You can also reduce the number of bars. by checking one of these checkboxes. Okay, let's say that I want 5 bars in my scene, so I will check 5. We have 5 bars. Maybe I want 7, and make sure that you only check one box, don't check 2 or more boxes in the same time, as nothing will change. Okay, and these controllers here are for the horizontal axis values or words, so you can control its position or its size, and of course the color. The same here for the vertical axis values. These controllers are for the titles. This is the main title color. Change it. And this is the size of the main title. Can increase it or make it smaller. And of course the position. And the same here for the secondary title or the illustration. Now to change the title and the values or the words on the axis, we go back to project panel. Now to change the title, we select that composition, double click it. Okay, double click here, main title, and start typing whatever title you want. Then the same here for the illustration or the secondary title. And when you are finished, click that icon here and close the composition. So now the titles have changed. Now we do the same for the values or the words on the axis by double clicking here that composition named axis. Double click here. We're going to change, let's say that I want it to be 1000, and I want this to be 900. Double click here, 800, here 700, and so on. Now for the horizontal words we do the same. Double click, and let's say 12. Double click here, let's say 11, here too 10, and so on. Close the composition, get back to our main composition. Now the values have changed. Now this workflow will be the same with each scene. So let's say that I want to work with the line chart. Okay, I opened it. Let me first close this composition and delete that scene here, and let's drag and drop the line chart scene. Okay, now to control it, we double click this composition, make sure that that layer is selected, and go to the effect controls panel, click the look icon, and go back to your main composition. The same here, we can control the duration and the grid and the values of the line and its color and its thickness and so on. Now let's use another scene, but the other scene should start appearing after the line chart scene disappears. So at that moment the line chart scene disappears. Now let's use the ring chart, maybe 2 rings, drag and drop, and we can move the duration bar so its beginning be here at that moment. Now we can preview. And for the ring it is the same. We have the controllers here and title placeholder, and these two compositions are placeholders for the icon. Okay, so if you want to change the icon here, double click this composition. Okay, and you can delete this icon by pressing delete in your keyboard. And there are some icons here, you can choose any of them, drag and drop. Okay, so now the icon changed. I hope this will be helpful for you, and thanks for watching.